Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Cage of Honor 92 co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds for the Cage of Honor Professional Lightweight Heavyweight Championship. Brought to you tonight by Cape Electrical Supply. And now introducing to you first, fighting out of the Cape Electrical blue corner, this mixed martial artist stands 6'4", weighing in 213 pounds. Yields 22 professional fights. Training out of Dogwood MMA, fighting out of O'Brien, Tennessee, Jaquis, the Predator Williams. His opponent across the player one cage, fighting out of the Cape Electrical red corner, is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in 214 pounds. Yields a professional record, 6 wins, 3 defeats, representing St. Charles MMA and Pedigo Submission Fighting, fighting out of Effingham, Illinois, Tristan Overvig. Referee Tim Francis.
All right, gentlemen, we covered the rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands, touch them up, and go back to your corner.
All right, here we go. Round 1, co-main event, pro title.
Almost 10 years ago, I called Tristan Overvig's first amateur bout. It was at the Arnold Eagles Center for Nemesis Fighting Alliance. Tristan was 2 hours removed from a flight home from the IBJJF World Championships. Competed that day, took a flight home, and won his first amateur MMA fight. And here he is, defending his first pro title for the first time.
That was against Michael Manning, wasn't it? You know why I know that? I was the opposing coach. He took
one of the worst whoopings I've ever
seen.
And
then I don't know, and that's what he does. I mean, even to this day, like when he's getting beat, he's never out.
Tristan trying to lay down that bottom half and just go straight into full mount. He doesn't want to waste any time. There it is. Manages to step right over.
Hey, you know, he gets paid either way, so why stay in there? So he gets paid the same amount either way.
Yes, C.J. Hunter very famously said,
there he goes.
You do not get paid overtime to fight in this sport.
No.
Might as well end it early.
This is where you don't want to be. He's got the legs completely sealed and straight. This is something you see Khabib do, except Khabib will cross them typically. But right here, this is not a position that you want to be in. A lot of weight sitting on your knees, no way to stand up, and if he decides to start throwing hands, you're going to have a lot of problems.
The first I really saw a lot of that was Aoki. Aoki used to do that all the time.
Look for that far side wrist control there from Tristan. Jaquis Williams did a good job keeping his back to the cage, not giving up that far side wrist control, but you know, ultimately stuck in a stalemate here. You know, when the legs are trapped like this, you have to make a decision. Am I going to frame on the hips to try and free my knee and give up my face, or do I sit here and hope that this guy makes a mistake and I can get up?
Yeah, right now Tristan's being very patient.
Well, honestly, not something we see out of Tristan too much is patience, and I'm very intrigued to see how well this carries over for him later in this fight.
Just calmly picking his shots, making sure that it doesn't get stood back up from his position here.
Trying to hit that nerve on that jaw that we all love. Good head pressure there.
I say that all the time, grind away.
Frank is taking a close look. I mean, yeah, Overig's being aggressive.
Kind of lost his position there with that last move.
Yeah,
and Jaquis is set up so well, knee on belly is no option.
Yeah, his coach was yelling, he was saying no, not to do it, but here we go.
There it is.
Now, Tristan might just squeeze his jaw. He's so strong here.
Jaquis Williams did a good job fighting hands so far. Staying safe, but his head is too low. He's got to get his head above Tristan's, or at least their noses even to each other, to fight off this choke. Even if he wants to even turn and spin and get into him, whatever here, but he's got to start to move Tristan head below his.
Dude, good job not letting anything get around. I mean, Tristan's is so strong, I wouldn't even want his arm around my jaw. I think Jaquis is doing great here. Now might get a chance to spin.
There's that head height. Winning the battle of position there for Jaquis Williams for the moment.
I don't know, I almost feel like if I'm Williams, I want to just go ahead and get up.
100%.
That was
I
good.
wouldn't waste
That was a
any
nice
time.
elbow, though. His head was trapped against the cage.
It was a good right hand, too.
Tristan stepping on the mats for the first time at 10 years old. Still with his original coach in his corner tonight, and Chad Hawkins.
And that's a long-time built bond that can get you through a lot of fights.
Ooh, almost got a nice sweep there.
Yeah, Williams is doing a good job of staying safe, but, I mean, he's playing in the shark pen. There he goes.
Tim Francis allows both gentlemen to the center of the cage.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Jaquis Williams with a good step-in jab. Tristan did not like it and is back on the grappling right away.
Tristan almost looked a little bit tired there.
Well, that's what we talked about earlier. He tries to stand until he gets hit, then he's like, oh, yeah, that's right. My bread and butter's down here.
And he's looking a little fatigued.
He is looking fatigued, and that could play bad going into the next round. Because if he can't get Williams down, it could be a long day for Tristan.
On out of round number 2, scheduled for 3 in this Cage of Honor Professional Light Heavyweight Championship match. Brought to you once again by Cape Electrical Supply.
However, Williams is also looking a little bit tired.
Don't forget, as soon as we wrap up tonight's event, the after party
Round
is at
number 1
Club
of
Hypnotic.
our
Make sure you guys
co-main
come out there,
event coming to
meet and greet
a
with all the fighters of the
close.
Cage of Honor.
Tristan
Located
Overvig
on
in
Broadway.
control for the better half of the round, but late in round number 1, Jaquis Williams able to get back to his feet, get back on top position, and really make things a little spicy for Tristan Overvig.
Yeah, I mean, Overvig's going to take that round, but what Williams showed is, like, this fight's far from over.
You know, it's definitely a different outing from the last time these two faced each other. You know, Jaquis Williams really infinitely more resilient than the last time he fought Tristan Overvig.
Well, you got to think most of this camp was probably working on defense. He'd be crazy if it wasn't.
Tristan with a little mouse under his left eye there.
There we go. Right back to the action.
Yeah, Williams is so much longer. Back for that shot again.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
nice trade.
Yeah. Tristan looking for a big shot, but caught that right hand as he was diving in again. We said it, just eat shots until it's time to get him down.
Heavy on the head was Jaquis Williams, but you know, not enough space to keep sprawling.
That's why you want to try to get, you always want to get the striker up on the cage because it's nowhere for them to get back on.
You know, especially on the regional scene like this, cage is a little bit smaller than you might see at LFA level, but you know, really pays dividends for a guy like Tristan. Just, I'm going to bully you as much as I can until your back hits that fence.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get on your bike. So it looks like Tristan's going back to the game plan. It looks like this has been the game plan. Get him on the cage, take him down, control those legs, wear him down, and then look for a submission.
Tristan looking to sit on those legs one more time. That's what we need to see a little bit more of while he works for these positions, is some striking. Again, it'll create a little bit more for him, definitely give him some room to work. But right back to the back.
Ooh.
Now, again, he might just squeeze his jaw
Yeah,
out
so
right
that's more of
here.
a jaw lock right now. And he's out.
Jaquis Williams being so defensively sound right now that he's got Tristan on his back. Let's see if he goes back to trying to gain that head height.
Yeah, now's the time because he's got with the cage behind Tristan. It makes it a lot harder for Tristan to avoid that. All he has to do is scoot back and just keep scooting back till he can get that height. He might be.
I thought he was going to switch to an arm bar.
I was too. That's what I was about to say. It's like he might be looking for that arm bar. Williams might want to be careful holding that up there that long.
It's actually a much more comfortable transfer than people think from the back.
Just a big risk in MMA, though, because if you lose that arm bar, you're guaranteed to be on bottom with someone as dangerous as Jaquis Williams. I'd be scared.
I know. I mean, yeah, because Williams did good in the guard earlier. He got some good shots in, as you said, caused a mouse under Overvig's eye. There he goes
there
for it.
There it is. Went for it. Jaquis.
Knees are not in place, but he still might be able to finish.
Watch the leg lock.
That failed armbar ended up on bottom. Tristan Overvig in bottom half. Great job using that frame, though, to recollect his guard.
And surprise, I mean, that Jaquis just doesn't want to get it back to its feet. But with the success of Overvid's takedowns, I would honestly just try to get my damage where I could.
Well, and he did good in the first round, damaging him before standing up. Again, I would be really shocked if he wasn't in this position a lot during this training camp. But once again, Justin predicted the future. If he goes for the armbar and misses, he's in trouble. And that's what happened.
1 minute left here in round number 2 of our co-main event of the evening.
This one might be a little harder to score than the last one. Williams is going to have a little bit more time for offense.
Well, and at the end of the day, here in the state of Missouri, it's all about damage. No matter how much control time you have, the most important scoring factor is damage. And we'll see how these judges determine what the damage was here in round number 2.
Another big opportunity. This time the knees are in place, but the elbow was not.
I'm kind of shocked. There was a bit of a rookie mistake there. Overvig is such a good ground guy, but he didn't pinch his knees at all right there, and that gave room for Williams to get out.
And Williams smiling a little bit, still having a good time.
Good body shot. Well, he's making this a fight. A lot of people probably doubt him. A lot of people probably thought if Overvig got him down, it was going to be over, and he's showing that that's not the case.
Now it's surviving
Now
well.
the third and final
And then,
round.
I mean,
in this
additionally getting
professional
damage of his own.
Championship match brought to you once again by Cape Electrical Supply.
There's that armbar attempt again from Tristan Overvig.
See, if he would have pinched those knees, he might have been able to pull that in.
Right up on the single leg attempt, just almost seems like that gas tank is starting to empty for Tristan. You know, those big winged bombs not exactly landing. Those are the ones that get you tired the most.
Yeah. Especially from a big guy like Williams.
Two different type of cardios though, right? Striking and grappling, and Overvig on the ground doesn't look tired at all. But both times we've seen him go from the ground back to his feet, he looks a little gassed out.
Well, a lot of that's probably instinct too, because he's worked so much on the ground, as Justin was saying, 10 years old. A lot of that's instinct. You don't really, he may be dead tired, but your body still knows what to do. Here we go, round 3 of our co-main event for the 205 title. Overvig versus Williams.
Let's get it started here.
Yeah, Overvig not even playing around this time.
No, he just wants to get it right back to the wheelhouse and go to work. Oh, he catches a huge left. Bandages secure the ankle, though, it looks like. Got his arms locked around a leg. Overvig's getting it back to control.
Yeah, he did not like that left hand from Jaquis Williams.
He did what we call the pray. He got hit and said, I'm going for a leg. I ain't going to let go once I grab it.
No, went all the way down to the ankle.
Yeah. I used to like doing that, actually. Not many people do that, the ear pops. It may not cause a lot of damage, but boy, does it annoy your opponents.
Chad Hawkins in the corner saying no mistakes this round. And quite frankly, I'm not sure Tristan can afford one.
No, Williams has been game. Every time Tristan's made a mistake, he's been able to get it back up.
Continued head pressure from Overvig makes things just that much harder here.
Jaquis Williams looking at referee Tim Francis like, are we going to stand this up or what?
Yeah, it's a hard spot because you can say Tristan's not working, but he's got that head pressure, which sucks, and he's in such a dominant spot.
Exactly. That's where it becomes such a weird position. You know, if you're in mount, how do you rightfully, as a referee, stand someone up?
And we've seen it in the past, and people get mad.
I was going to say, I've seen a referee here in the state of Missouri stand someone up with both hooks in on the back.
Oh, my gosh.
You never know what you're going to get.
Overvig working to get his hands clasped behind. This shrimp on the cage is stopping that from happening.
Good elbow.
Big elbow.
Yeah. Overvig did not like that. He instantly changed his position.
Well, if I'm Jaquis, I'm going right back to those, especially, you know, sprawled up against a cage like this. You don't have to create enough space to hit these short elbows to create enough damage to at least back them off.
Yeah, and we've seen in the past, sometimes it just takes 2 or 3 and knocks them out. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot if you hit that temple or behind the ear. Short, explosive elbows from the cage works.
You know, and now we do have 12 to 6 elbows allowed in the unified rule set.
Overvig looked like he was going for a fireman carry there and missed.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think Jaquis exploded out more than Tristan couldn't get him over his head. Oh, nice shot to the body.
Still plenty of round work. Oh, yeah, Overvig is exhausted.
And Jaquis looks like he's
tired, but he looks like he's still got some in the tank. Oh. He kind of threw him off. He thought Overvig was going to shoot a little earlier, threw himself off balance. Oh, good takedown.
Again, Tristan not doing any damage with his control time, though. Once he sits on these legs, he's really got to just look to either hurt him or advance position. But I think that's what he's waiting on every time, is for Jaquis to panic, and then he gets to the back.
We've seen this position every round.
Not a lot of hand fighting here from Tristan, just trying to bully his way through for this choke.
Yeah, I think he's over this fight. I think he just wants to get it done. And I don't blame him. He's taking some damage during this fight.
I wish that's how they worked. It's over.
It's over, yeah.
Excuse me, sir, I would like to end this now.
Can you look up for me? Thank you.
Let's just go to the judges' scoring cards. Tristan definitely does a little bit more work when he's got the backside versus when he's working in that awkward mount that we've seen all fight. More striking happening from back here.
I'm sure it had to be game planning. So again, it seems like all 3 rounds have been kind of almost like a rewind of each other. He keeps hitting in the same position.
And Jaquis now trying to slip out of there.
Overvig looked like he was wanting to go for a finish there.
Overvig is tired.
You know, I was surprised at the lack of knees we saw.
I was about to say that. That's why I went, ooh, because that knee was right there.
You know, I don't think we saw one tonight inside the clinch. And, you know, typically with someone who's got such a heavy grappling game plan like Tristan Overvig, those knees come early and often, and we didn't see too many of those here tonight.
One thing I can think of is maybe the confidence in it. He was afraid to get the leg grab and taken down. But that right at the end, that he could have ended that fight right there. Tristan was kind of down, and he wasn't completely down in the 3-point stance. He could have landed a knee and possibly ended it.
No, both guys looked good. I felt like early on, Tristan, the activity he was doing to get it to the ground was fantastic. I just would like to see him do a little bit more once he was down there. That's one of those things that, you know, I'm not the guy trying to do the wrestling, so who knows how strong Jaquis is and what was stopping Tristan from making progress. But we got to see damage when you have control, or it's hard to see that reflect on scoring cards. If I had to call this one, it would go to Jaquis.
let's find out what the judges think. We'll send it up to the voice, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the judges scored this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Tristan Overvig.
I thought Overvig had that fight. I just didn't want to.
I don't know. I mean, I think he did. It was a great fight, absolutely. But I just felt like Jaquis did a little bit more damage overall. Overvig definitely had the control time.
The problem was, though, that I think some of the damage was countered with the submission attempts. Because there's a lot
Tristan
of
Overvig, congratulations, man. Winning the professional light heavyweight championship here at Cage of Honor 92. Give us your thoughts on your fight and anybody you'd like to thank.
I had a bad performance. I can tell everyone that right now. You guys watched it. Not impressive. I'm not impressed with myself next year. Not the way I like to finish fights. You guys know that. But you know, I don't really care about anything else. I got the most beautiful daughter in the world. I go home to her. Veronica Overvig, go check my page. She's gorgeous. She'll blow your minds. Other than that, there's a kid up in Wisconsin. I was watching my fight. Battling way better, or way bigger battle than I've ever had.
Good fight, man.
See him next week. I'm gonna watch the video, but other than that, that's nothing, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your new Cage of Honor light heavyweight champion, Tristan Overvig.
That was a very good fight. It was what we thought it would be. Standing. You know, Williams had it on the ground. Overvig had it. I just think it was on the ground longer than it was standing.
Tristan Overvig making his first defense of the Cage of Honor belt here tonight at Cage of Honor 92 in our co-main event of the evening.